LB Global.
Okay.
There you go. Right. We are live right now on LB Global. Hey, everybody. Good.
Oh, she's frozen.
Guests. It's not live yet? Oh, okay. We have a couple of guests. We have Sarah NICOTRA, all the way from Surface Paradise, and we have ESRA from here in Sydney, Australia. Is that? Yeah, okay. We're on. Sorry. We're using StreamYard, so it's that we go straight ahead and talk about our topic, which is social media that we learned, social media strategies that we learned from GoPro. It's just been incredible, and I know that this is going to help a lot of you. So on the chat, let us know where you're coming from, and let's stay engaged as well. So without much further ado, what I'd like to do is to invite Sarah. And Sarah can introduce herself a little bit, how long has she been in LifeVantage, and share the lessons that she learned from GoPro. So my question to you, Sarah, is, first is to introduce yourself, of course. And the first question I'd like you to answer is, what are the three ideas or three strategies that you learned from our GoPro today? It's been an amazing event, and how it will take you to the next level. So Go ahead,
Hi,
Sarah.
everyone. It's great to be here. Thanks, Josie, for inviting me. It was a fantastic event. Well, the three things I learned really was to really focus on the content and be really consistent with our posting. And the whole purpose is to give value. We need to keep a vision for our business and social media, and it has to be in alignment with our social media plan. And I'll talk about that a bit later. And we need to be crystal clear about what our vision is. So why? Because all of our content attracts our ideal customer. So I'll talk about how we do about that a bit later. So Josie, did you want to talk a bit more, Josie?
Okay, we are learning. Great, thank you so much for that, Sarah. So let's go ahead and introduce our second speaker, ESRA. So maybe you can just say a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm ESRA, and thanks, Josie, for having me here. I'm thrilled with all this event for last 2 nights, so for us 2 mornings. And one of the main things that I never used to use Facebook, but when today I was listening to Fraser, I learned so many little moments that they were all, for me, they were aha moments. And one main thing that he mentioned was use social media, don't let it to use you. This was really powerful, simple but powerful. So and also another thing that he was mentioning was that we are in shipping business, we are in friendship, mentorship, holyship, everything about the vessel. So we need people, we need friends. These friends later on will become family, and we need them to move our vessel. And we are a shipping business, not just the one person business. So I have some contents that I can go through them later, or if you like me to go through them, I can start it now.
Okay, so before we get ESRA to share what she has learned, I guess for us to really build a little bit of a premise of why social media. And so as you know, social media is huge. So we are building a what we need to do what's happening here. Maybe it's my internet. Okay. And so today, let's go back and ask Sarah. So we'll go ahead and get Sarah first to share.
very exciting about all this social media stuff. All these snippets are absolute gold for making happen what you want to happen, which is getting customers. When you think about trying to work out your content and be consistent, to give value, to keep a vision for our business, and keeping our social media in alignment with our social media plan, it all sounds so daunting. And every morning you have to think, what am I going to post today? So they made it actually really simple, because to be able to do that, you need to think about your avatar and your niche. So basically, again, it's simple. You make a list of all your own interests. Think about what makes you unique, because that is what is going to attract your people, your tribe. So, for example, for me, it's yoga, outdoor sports, adventure, the beach. And then Fraser said, decide which one you're going to focus on first. And the other part of the avatar is to talk about their pain and the problems that you can solve. And often, hopefully, you'll have an insight into that if they're your pain as well. So you've got to think about the product and the business and how it can help them. So for many LifeVantage people, we're talking about aches and pains, not sleeping well, and low energy. They're the sort of main basic ones. So you've got to brainstorm those and decide on your niche. And you don't try to find your niche, you choose your niche. So you have to be known for one thing first. Develop your tribe, and then you can add other things. And the second thing was, after you know your avatar and your niche, then you've got to choose the right hashtags to go with the pain and the problem. So, for instance, you could have hashtag low energy, or hashtag sick, or hashtag exhausted. And this will actually go against everything you've been taught so far, in that you do not post hashtags related to the product or our company. And I've been guilty of this. I've been using hashtag NRF2 and hashtag biohacking or something, but that's not what your audience will be searching for. Hashtags are there because that's what your audience is searching for. They're searching low energy. You know, how do I solve this problem? So the third thing is, you can then choose curated content to do with the pain. And this was the huge aha for me, because the curated content that I thought was going to take me hours and days and take most of my time, and I don't want it to take 90% of my time, it's going to take 20% of my time. She said, you repost other people's content. And I just thought that was cheating before, but the way she explained it was brilliant. She says, well, first of all, it saves time, gives a predictable success, promotes other people, and you're choosing content that has already got really high response rate. So if you repost them, they're going to be so thrilled, the original writer, because it will give them the ultimate compliment. They will be thankful, and you get to ride on their coattails. And you're promoting your niche with your hashtags. So there's 6 steps, and this is very brief. 6 steps to find your curated content. Take your hashtag. It could be low energy, for instance. You go into Instagram, you go up to search, you do view, you search, you type in low energy, and then you see the top posts that come up. They're the top posts that have been seen by many, 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 many people. You select one that fits your vibe. Then you tap the top 3 dots and you write copy link. You click copy link. And then before then you've Googled and found a reposting app. So you copy the link, you paste your link into your reposting app, and then it shares to your Instagram, and you add your hashtags, and you've got to give credit to the original post. And that is in a nutshell what you do. This lady who was talking to us, I can't remember, Charlene, I think it was Charlene. She was saying that 70% of her posts are reposted content by other people. This is huge. and only keep your posts to say 30%. That was a huge mind blow for me, because I thought it was meant to be all about us personally, but it's not. It's about the hashtags and who you can help with their pain. And it could be business and it could be product. So there we are. Thank you, Josie.
Oh my gosh, you have amazing content there, Sarah. That is so powerful. So I hope, guys, you've been taking notes. Where are we?
Oh, you're back.
Okay. I know there's a problem with my internet. All right, Esra, back to you.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Facebook and what we need to do for Facebook. So I drawn here. It's okay. I hope everybody can see it. If we just feel we think that there is a circle. We have 5 different lines here. One line is content, another is comment, then contacts, communication, and then we will close it. But if we want to go one by one in each of them, first of all, we need to connect to people. So to connect to people, we start finding, he says 5 by 5 by 5. So we need 3 5s. So we will find, as Sarah mentioned, even here in Facebook, we need to go and find 5 interests that we have. Then we add those groups. We go to those groups. We like 5 posts every day. When we like those posts, then it's time to comment on them. But don't just use emojis or high five or anything like this. We need to make notes, like something that it is related to. You feel yourself that you are related to that person. Then after that, what you will do, you will go and add the person and start messaging and connecting to that person. So if we come back to this circle, if 0 is in any middle point, each parts of these arms, you say 10. For example, in commenting, we have to start saying that, okay, what I am from 0 to 10, how good commenter I am. Am I a commenter? Like, do I make a decision to comment, or just go and just put heart or high five or anything like this? So if we say that, okay, for example, for me, I say I am 4, for example, then we make a content, or we go and see those contents. For those contents, we are, say, 3. Then start a communication. How good we are in a communication. How good we are to start a conversation purposefully, not just something that we can connect to the person. We feel the pain, or we feel that, okay, for example, I'm in a dog group, for example, we just don't go just say that, oh, hi, how are you? How was your day? Or have you seen this movie or anything like that? We need to go on a point. Okay, the person has Labrador. You say, I'm thinking of getting Labrador puppy. What do you think? What are the good things about it? Something that you feel connected, and you make yourself connected to the person as well. Then when in the communication, from 0 to 10, we come and rate ourselves some number. If, say, 2 or 10 or 8, anything. For each of these ones, for closing it and content, we will be rating ourselves, or having a different ranks. Then we need to come and connect these dots together. If our wheel look like a potato, obviously it's not, our car is not going to go fast. because there's no balance in our business. So we need to make sure that, first of all, we grow this wheel, and we grow it in balance. So more closer to the bigger wheel, our car will go faster. Another thing that I would add, that which Sarah add, was the finding our interest. That is everybody, not just Fraser, not just Bosley. Everybody mentioned that have consistency, add value, have your niche market. These are the main things that pretty much everyone in the last 2 days been mentioning, and just keep going. Also, just do it. Don't worry about it, that if my live is not good. Myself, I don't like to look at my own videos, but they say, Nata, just do it. Have a live. Just do it, and you will get better. Don't be perfectionist. Just go, and you will make it. These are the pretty much main things that I've got for Facebook, and in this time, I think it is all I can say for now.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, ESRA. So we had Fraser Brooke, we had boss Jessie Lee. I love her to talk about Instagram, but I am a Facebook girl. So I want to share with you some of the basic skills to master in social media as per Fraser Brooke. So which really relates to what the ESRA talk about in that circle. So first is content. So content is king, guys. Okay. So how do you develop followers on social media is to put content out there. So how do you put content? So some of you probably put posts. So it's now, from now forward, we need to be strategic about our posts. So it's going to be about us, but really you go back and think about your ideal avatar. So use your Facebook more to create your brand. So who are the people that you want to attract? And going back to what Sarah was talking about, relate to the problem that they have, because what you want to do is to be able to solve their problem. So first is to make sure you develop content. So one thing I learned from a previous mentor was to spend at least half a day, guys. Spend half a day and create your content. It could be 25 topics. So for example, it could be 25 topics on leadership, okay? So write down, just brainstorm yourself, what is it that you want to write about on leadership, for example, okay? So maybe guys, can you mute yourselves? Someone's, okay, sorry about that. Okay, so his favorite content is Facebook Live. Oh my gosh, I've watched this guy do Facebook Live after Facebook Live after Facebook Live after Facebook Live. Now, he's one of the most successful gurus out there because he has put content out there. And this is one of the things that he taught us on, you know, why we need to do Facebook Live. But there are 3 fears of why people don't do it. I know I go on Facebook Live, but I'm not, you know, like I'm fearful as well. Like, oh my gosh, should I click that start button? So he says there are 3 fears why people don't do it. First fear of what you look like or sound like. We're just so conscious of ourselves. You know, that's probably us as humans. So now it's just like, guys, just go and do it. It doesn't matter, right? We just have to start being authentic. And the second fear is what people think about me, what people think about you. People really are not thinking about me or thinking about you. People are thinking about themselves. So it's not now time for us to just start dealing with that fear. And third is the fear of they don't know what to talk about. And I think a lot of times it is so true. It's like, oh my gosh, I want to go on Facebook Live, but what do I talk about? So now it's just, there's so many things that we can talk about. Once you know what the problem of the person that you want to solve, start thinking about, you know, what are those 3 areas that you want to specialize in to answer your avatar's problems, and at the same time as your brand. Yeah, you know, so we'll learn from Rachel Jackson in another mastermind about the 3 key areas that you want to brand yourself. You know, so for me, leadership, business, and motherhood. So if you can see on my post, it probably relates to either one of those three. So you need to know what you're talking about and get over yourself. So of course, before you do a Facebook Live or before you put a content, you need to do a bit of research because you want to be an authority. Does that make sense? So we need to know how to get people on, how to keep them on, and how to get them coming back. So how to get them on. So let's say, for example, if you're doing a Facebook Live or putting a content out there, title is very important. So they talk to us about title. That's what will attract people, right? So you put title on your Facebook Live, or you let people know you're doing a Facebook Live on something. So it's got to be catchy, right? So it's not whatever it is the title is going to be, so my secret that I never told anyone for 60 years, do you think people will be curious? So think about what would be, so title is everything. The second is delivery, right? Delivery, there has to be high energy. So imagine going on Facebook Live and say, hi, everyone. It's got to be fast. Hey, everybody, this is Josie Tom from Sydney, Australia. And today, my topic today is on whatever, okay? So it's got to be fast. Let them know right away because people don't want to wait. As you know, people's attention span is very short. So if I go see a video and it will take 10 seconds to start, I'll be off to the next one. So make sure that there's high energy and clap. Okay, so the other thing that he does is to give himself energy. Like he really energizes himself. He does 10 bursts of claps before he gets on Facebook Live. But what he also did, because he was a introvert, is that he just did ways to be able to overcome that. So really important to remember that title is everything, energy is everything. And how do we get people coming back? Consistency. So we need to be putting content out there, right? Consistency of message, consistency is very important. So in 2021, he says, if you have the vision to be a 6-figure income earner, have a clarity of plan on your social media. So spend some time, right? What do you want to brand yourself into 2021? What's your message going to be? It's really important. It's getting out of our comfort zone, do some video lives, putting some really good images out there. And the one thing that I would advise is to clean up your Facebook. If all you did was share, and, sharing links that don't even matter, just delete them, hide them or delete them. Go through your Facebook, hide them or delete them, and fix your profile. Fix your profile. So no dog photo on the profile photo, okay? It's got to be you. And make sure it's clear. So then, of course, the second, so content, there are 5 things you need to do on social media every day. Number 1 is to create content. Number 2 is to comment. Comment, he says, is queen. If content is king, comment is queen. So he says that what you do is to do 5 by 5 by 5 strategy. So first, the 5 by 5 is to find 5 Facebook groups that matches your interests. So your interest could be cooking or gardening or dog, whatever, right? Find 5 Facebook groups that matches your interests, and every day find 5 posts within the group. Okay, and in that find 5 posts, and you start to make comments. So comments should be 5 words or more. So today I started to use 5 words or more comment. So instead of comment like an emoji or, hey, that's great, so it's got to be 5 words or more. So it means something to the person who's looking at it. So that is important to be able to know that we need to start engaging, because it's commenting is giving value, right? Giving value. If you don't comment, nobody will comment on your content. So important to do that. So how do you expect people to love your post if you don't love others first? So that's the second is comment. Number 3 is connect. So connect, we learned about form before, right? Now he's talking about, we did ATM before, right? So add, tag, message. Now his is PRAM strategy, PRAM strategy. So first is post. Find or make a post. So Sarah already covered about, finding content that you'll be able to repurpose and use as well. So find or make a post is P. R is reply. Sometimes you make a post and someone makes a comment. So either make a reaction, and if it needs to be replied, then reply. So what I do, I reply as much as I can. But if I had, like, during my birthday, I have 200 comments, there's no way I could comment everybody. So it's usually I just comment on the first few initial comments. After that, I just don't have the time to respond to everybody. But I look at who's commented, and if I haven't connected with them and there are people that I want to connect to be my customer or distributor, then I send them a message. When you send a message, they advise this. So you say, hey, Sarah, and then you create a voice message. So you don't text everything, just, hey, Sarah, and then you go on the voice message, because in your voice, you can create that energy, right, and excitement. So PRAM, post, reply, add people who are active on the group. Remember that you find 5 groups, and so you add people who are active on the group. There is no point about just going through the list of members and adding anybody. So it's got to be someone who's active in the group. So add them, okay? Add people. So at least if we add 2 to 5 people every day, that is really good. And then the fourth, which is PRAM, message. Conversation comes before commission. It's all about building relationships. So you don't hook up with them and just, spam them. So it's not like that at all. Conversation before commission. So he says, send a text. Hey, Mary, Sarah. Then send a 15-second video or a message with energy. Say, hey, Jamie. Hey, Mary, I saw your post on blank. Then ask question about their post. Hey, Mary, I saw your post about your caboodle. How old's your caboodle? So keep asking questions, right? But remember, it's got to be your interest. So you cannot really, I'm not into horses, so I wouldn't join a group where there's horses, because there's no way I could answer any questions that they will ask me about it. It's got to be something that you're interested in. And then he says, network marketing is turning strangers to friends, friends to family. So always, it's Facebook is finding friends, okay? So we have content is king. We have comment is queen. Then we have connect, which is the PRAM strategy. And then number 4, we have, so connect as well. Okay, the other strategy that he talked about, apart from the PRAM strategy, instead of form, he talks about Lord. Because, like if they're a stranger and you're asking about their family, do you have kids? Are you married? So it's a bit strange, right? You cold market. So he talks about Lord. So Lord is location, occupation, recreation, and dreams. That's the kind of conversation you're gonna have. Hey, which area do you live? Do you live around? Live in Sydney. What about you? Where do you live? Instead of like, I've got 2 kids. What about you? It's too personal. So that's important. And then the 5th one is closing. Ask questions. Okay, always be closing. That's obviously after you have connected with them and send them the video. So I can tell you guys, social media is important, but don't get overwhelmed. They talk to us about the platform now that is that they're recommending is FIT, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I was talking to Sarah earlier, and I said, there's no way I can do 3. I'm going to focus on Facebook. I'm going to and a little bit of Instagram. So I want to master those 2. So my recommendation is don't do everything. Otherwise, you get overwhelmed. Facebook alone for me with messages and everything is just too much time already. So we don't want to spend too much time on just getting entertained. So that's what they're saying, is that we create value, we create content, but don't go there for entertainment, So what I would do if I was you is, like sometimes you get on your post, you have people that you don't even want to connect at this point in time, just hide their post. or you snooze them for 30 days. So that way you just focus on the people that you've just recently connected, people on the people that you just really want to connect. So guys, you know, I want to go back to Sarah and to ESRA, because, you know, these guys here, they woke up at 3 o'clock every morning for our Grow Pro, but it's so worth it. So let me go back to Sarah. And Sarah, I know that you've got a lot to share as well. So Sarah, what are the other things that you can add to that?
Oh, you said quite a few things there, Josie. I really love the energy thing. Always come in with energy and, you know, really try to give the value and help people solve their problems. So absolutely the main things for me to always remember, not just for Facebook to be a glorified photo album, look at me, look at me, look at me. It's really just we're there to give value and to help people. And for me, it's always got to be the focus. And it's hard because you've got to change your whole thinking about how you've done social media in the past for the last 10 years for me. So it's posting with purpose. And you've really got to think about where you want to go, how this is going to take you along the path to getting more connections, which, you know, strangers become friends, you make connections, and those friends become your family, hopefully to become your customers, and along the line, your distributors. Yes, that's my big takeaways of it. Posting with passion and purpose. Oh.
Hello. Yeah.
We can hear you, ESRA.
Hello. Oh, okay. So yeah, I can't see you guys. Okay. So what I would add is that one thing that Eric Worre keeps saying, that don't be a tourist in this business. So many people will love to come, will join, but they will be a tourist. After a few ups and downs, they will go home. Another thing is make a commitment and understand the difference between desire and commitment.
No, that's okay.
Sorry for my little sidekick. Yeah. And another thing that was really powerful for me was just do it and become a fire. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it is perfect or not. Just do it. Just go on live. Just like me right now. Just do it. And one thing that was really powerful, but I'm sure that so many people are doing it as a second job, but they were saying that burn your bridges. So you know that you have nothing to go back. And this is what you have to do, what you have to work your way up, and just do it. For me, these are the things, and face your fear. So if you're, for me, lives are the biggest fear. So face your fear, just go on live, and slowly you will get better. You will grow with your followers. You will grow with your mistakes. And I just call him Rocky because it is much easier than his full name. Rocky was saying that if you go and look at my movies 20 years ago, there are so many mistakes. But what I did, I just did it, and slowly go back to them. I have to fix here. Oh, I have to fix this part now. So slowly you grow by your own pace. But don't be a tourist and keep going.
There you go, guys. So you heard it from Sarah and ESRA. And so definitely social media is something we need to work on and work on every time. So you get better at it. You know, it's something that you do and you get better at it. But remember this, and I written it down. Put your heart in and soul in everything you do. Jessie Lee Ward, you know, like she shared that. She said, put your heart and soul. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to look good all the time, right? So let's go out there and share and connect to others and give value. So really thank you, Sarah and Ezra, and thanks to everybody who hop on Facebook Live. I hope you gotten value out of it, and we will see you at the next broadcast. Bye for now.
Bye.